Hello and welcome back to Old World Blues. I'm your host, C1 and only Mount Crusade. They're playing as the Troll Warren, the first holotape. As he felt his mind slipping away, the man who had become the first created several recordings to guide himself. The first of which was to remind him of his morals, what had made him the man he was, and what he held closest to his heart. The first holotape. Your name is Andrew Shaw. You were born April 24th, 2043. You have a family, 2 proud sons who you promised to protect, and a wife who you must see again. It's why you became a soldier, Andrew, to protect them. You were raised in Portland, that is your home. When you are ready, you have to go back. You have to face what happened, find your legacy. They were in the vault, Andrew. Your children might have grandchildren, or some other legacy. Find them, find yourself. You can't forget this, Andrew. You have to remember what matters, what you must do. I must protect my new family. The second holotape. Driven deeper into desperation by his growing mental instability, the violence he felt growing in his heart, the man that would become the first left a second recording. A guiding message to himself. He saw more and more people flocking to his impromptu abode. He was a soldier still, and it was his duty to protect these people, and he would be damned if he forgot that. The second holotape. Monster. You're becoming a monster. Even now, I can feel that in the back of my mind a numbing sensation is growing so hard to focus. Even now they are emerging from the woodwork, the few who survive the fall of the old world. Some drink the water, some bathe in it, desperate to become like you, to become powerful enough to survive. You must make something for them, something to protect them. A fortress, a city, an army, I don't know, protect them. You are the first of our kind, and you must lead. I must build an army. The third holotape. The third recording was made long after the second, following an attack against the Warren by a number of proto-raiders, ghouls, and desperate souls seeking what little could be taken. Third holotape. We weren't ready for them. They came in the night, postguards, they overwhelmed the perimeter. They killed your people. Not again. Don't let this happen again. Find the strongest amongst your people, with guns and grit. 1-2 step. Like the old days, like the army, teach them how to fight, teach them how to protect the Warren. Big brother shall guard the gate. The final holotape. The final holotape is a busted thing, stolen from a passerby who fell victim to the Warren during times of desperation, for the gravity of their situation and barren reproduction had settled in. The fourth holotape. Your people are starving, you cannot reproduce. You have little here, you must survive. You must take. Go find what you need. Resources, slaves, warriors. Take what you need to survive. It's the way of the world now. Darwinism. Do you remember that? Survival of the fittest. Survival of the strongest. There are none stronger than you. Remember that. Believe in it. And you will survive. Your people will survive. We shall take their people. Seek out the wizard. The super mutants of the Warren are an isolated people, yet none are more isolated than the wizard, an old-aged nightkin living atop a volcanic isle in the middle of an FEV-filled crater lake. Perhaps the wizard would have ideas how we can inspire hope in the super mutant remnants. Meeting the wizard. Sailing along the FEV dumping grounds of Crater Lake, the first made their way to meet the mythical wizard, a hermit more than any other mutant. The wizard was tough to get many answers from. Eventually, when the first asked how he might bring about a new age for the super mutants, the wizard simply responded with one word: north. I need to go north. A lesson learned. It took some courage to convince the super mutants of the Warren to leave their cave and venturing out to the lands of the exiles in the far north. The carcass wastes, as the smoothskins called them, littered with the bones and remnants of the old world, dried dead by radiation. Here in the desolate land, the first finally realized what the wizard's true lesson to him was. The first answers of how to fix the plight of the super mutant wasn't literally north, but that is merely where he'd find the answer. The path of the super mutant is one of conquest. Why should the Warren hide in their caves when just 100 years ago the super mutants were poised to hold the world by its throat? He convinced the super mutants to attack this place, why not the rest of Oregon? Soon the first would return to the Warren, his heart beating like a drum as he searched for a war chief to bring along with him. Perhaps a good few arena bouts with some recent arrivals to the caves would reveal one who is worthy. The first above all. There's no reason why any of these fools should have the title of war chief. The warband should all hear the words of the first straight from within the depths of the Warren. From here, the first can instruct the other leaders how to fight better, teach them where they might falter and how they can succeed. The Warren stirs. The drums of war, created from the innumerable barrels that once contained FEV that brought the Warren to life, echoes through the hills. Even the most violent of the local tribals cower in their homes, feasting on what might be their last meal of human flesh. The Warren stirs, and from it comes a horde of hungry mutants. Succulent marrow. Alright, and here we go. Tender ribs. Alright, here we go. Breakers, there they go. They're breaking their ribs. The rib breakers have been our victims for decades. With our raids constantly claiming their bravest young warriors for mutation, even we feast upon their weaker people. For too long have we allowed this weak tribe to exist. They must be crushed. Expanding the Warren. With our newly conquered lands in tandem, we are no longer such a weak nation. Already many mutants are able to leave the caves for the first time, and spread out across the fields and hills we have attained for many. It is good to see the sky again. War horns in the west. The horns that echoed from the ruined lands of the rib breakers and mortal drinkers grow closer to the borders of even more tribes with each passing day. Yet these tribes are not as weak as the last. They are proud warrior folk, ready to do battle with all who stand against them. Okay. Totally not a super mutant on their knees pretending to be a regular person that just happens to be green. Mirelurk meat. Okay, and there goes the Mirelurk tribe. Apostle Annihilation. Cracking cultists. For many decades we have used bones in our weapons, be they simple decorations or, in the case of our more unproven warriors, cheap and affordable weapons. Now we have wiped out these cultists, we have bones in plenty. Our young warriors make glorious replicas of greater weapons with them. We are going to fight Klamath. The first ambitions. Now that we've conquered most of Oregon, we can look to fulfilling our ambitions. Where do the first desires lay? Obviously here. The southern push. Ha! The ghosts of Washington don't threaten us. No, there is a bigger prize awaiting the Warren. We can conquer the Brotherhood later, for now the Warren seeks to march southwards and punish the descendants of those who destroyed the Master all those years ago. The men and women of Arroyo shall know naught but the suffering and death. The Red River. When we defeat Klamath, our victory will be known throughout the South. The river after which the town is named runs deep into civilized lands. We will pitch the bodies into the stream after an unceremonious slaughter of the civilian population. Bring about an end to this meager little town. Okay. And there it all goes. Vengeance for the Master. It is finally time to achieve vengeance for the Master's fall. We must strike at the lands of the Chosen One now. Bring an end to their legacy. Destroy the temple. Unlike our other conquests, there is nothing to use from the lands of Arroyo. These lands birthed the Chosen One. Many mutants would feel it safer to destroy the temple, to destroy the icon, and make the Chosen One a long-forgotten memory. Mount Crusade here. Apparently I forgot to mention that I was planning to do a war against the NCR, so sorry about that. Oh, we are going to take Twitter.com. Ah, and there they go. Okay, yeah. Oh, the true cons? What the hell is a true con? What is a fake con? Okay, yeah. Okay, and there they go. Okay, and here we go. Okay, and there it goes. The final threat. There is but one final threat that lingers for the Warren. The great ghosts of the North. The Brotherhood is the symbol of the people who once lived in the old world. Men of metal with weapons of lightning. Let's tear down these gods from their pillar. Open, my game's crashed. Isn't that fun? Hopefully my save file ain't corrupt. And it crashed again. Okay, and there the Washington Brotherhood goes. Now, who else do we... Oh! Form New Mariposa. Now we're New Mariposa. We're gonna deal some damage to the last of the Vault Dweller's sons. Mariposa Reborn. To the north lies a massive underground complex known as Vault 6. With its technology and some of the FEV from the Troll Warren, the First believes he can recreate Mariposa. It will require the removal of the bothersome Washington Brotherhood. But who are they gonna stand before the super mutant race? New Mariposa. The First tore apart the armor-clad normals guarding the entrance to Vault 6. Once again proving that super mutants are the next step in human evolution. The true children of the apocalypse. Vault 6 was home to the advanced technology and unthinkable experiments. All buried underneath hardened lava and ash, now it belongs to us. Rowdy mutants jeer at each other as they tip over barrels of forced evolutionary virus, filling the rusted halls with sickly green goo. And this time the Master's vision will be fulfilled. The age of the super mutant has dawned. I am the new Master. I think we're gonna just finish off Kaga and that'll be it. And here we go, we'll have our ultimate revenge against the Vault Dwellers' children. Okay, and there the Sons of Kaga go. So yeah, I think this is where we're gonna leave it off here. Stay alright. Alright. Bye.